I don't even know if there's a word for it. It is still a voxel, but it defies what is commonly known about voxels, just because now we have this, you know, this new way the engine kind of treats voxels, right? So, and because of it, we get cleaner lines, and there's also an adverse effect with it, because certain voxels start shaping in certain ways that we normally don't see. So I'm going to start out with just a line tool, and I'm just going to come out. It doesn't matter exactly the length of it or anything like that, but we're going to use the line tool, and then I'm going to come here and I'm going to do another one somewhere along in there, and then I'm going to put one right up in here somewhere. And the way I did it the last time, and it actually worked for me, was at pretty much like a 45-degree angle from whatever I used. But when you're working with your line tool like this, there's some really cool stuff that happens to the voxels now. So if I come in here and I start painting, and you can see like that one right there, it's like this really weird shaped pointy voxel. And if I come over here, you can see you get these really weird shapes from the voxels now. I mean, they actually like hyperextend or go beyond what they normally would do previously. But what we're pretty much looking for, and is pretty much that one there, but I'm going to click around to see if I can find a better one. But for this, let's just go ahead and grab that one. I'm going to copy that and paste it. But what you're looking for is one that has a point that comes out of it like this. And the best result that I've seen so far is basically like this. You're keeping it like your 45-degree angles. Now, if you go at a sharper angle this way, or a sharper angle this way, you'll get a different effect and a different spike protrusion, and it'll be in a different direction, like this. Okay? Or like this. See if you can actually see me. And but for this, that right there is pretty much what I'm after. I'm after this pretty much a 45-degree angled one. And what we have to do with this is we've got to clean it up just a hair. So I'm going to take a regular voxel.
So in other words, all I had to do is say spikes.
How about you hush?
So muted.
Okay, so so what we're going to do here is basically we're going to take regular voxels, and we're going to paste it pretty much around it like this to kind of clean that up and actually turn it into a voxel. And that was to Mango, by the way, and he's, yeah, I'll talk crap to him all day long, so it's all good. But what we're after is that spike, that pointy edge that comes out of it like this. And you can see one of the ones that I found earlier, and it's a lot longer. And like I said, there is no rhyme or reason. It's just how the spike is actually formed when you're using the line tool. And for this particular one, I pulled that one out of it. But there's, like I said, depending on what comes out from that line tool, let me delete this one out, and we'll make another one. And this time I'll kind of come over here on this side and bring it out to close to a 45, and we'll swap up our paint so we can actually see this here. There's one. That right there is pretty much what you're looking for. It's a really long, thin voxel that comes out like this. But it takes a little playing with the various, line tool between two different points to be able to actually pull out the one that you're looking for. And this right here is exactly what we're looking for here, probably more than any of the rest of them. So we've got to grab a hold of that voxel and pull it out. And I'll make this one instead because it just kind of looks better. It's a little thinner and a lot longer, so we're going to go for that. But that right there is what we're looking for. It's just this weird shaped voxel, and we have to clean it up a little bit just to kind of make it usable and a lot easier to see. So we're going to pop voxels pretty much around it like so to get that voxel that we're actually after. And with this, I'm going to copy that voxel with the spike. We'll copy that, and you can see that's what it looks like now. So it's a single voxel. I've already set up a voxel reactor over here, which is a 3x3 and a single voxel in each one of the corners. We're going to come in here and actually replace one corner like so. And then I'm going to select that center voxel that we just pasted that into the corner of, and for it to actually manipulate that voxel in the center. And if we look at this voxel, you can see it has this really strange look to it. Looks like a voxel from that direction, but if we come over here, you can see it took that one corner that was right here and literally pushed it through to the other side. Literally like this, like a paper bag, right? Well, that has some really cool uses because we can actually manipulate other voxels with this particular voxel here, and with this over here, I'm going to show you the first thing that we can do with this. I'm going to copy that spike that we just used again, and I'm going to paste this in each one of the corners, mirroring it, mirroring it, mirroring it all the way around, and then we're going to paste it onto the other side. Okay? So let's go with the first mirror. I'm going to paste, mirror, drop it into the other corner, mirror it again, drop it back down, and now that we have this side already pretty much done, I'm going to copy this whole entire side, and I'm going to paste it onto this side after I mirror it. V, the mirror, and I'll drop that in there. Now, this is the first little cool piece to this here, because I can come in here and take my selection tool and grab that center voxel, copy it, and pull it out. You can see the shape of it. It's a pretty big voxel there. But take a good look at it. It's inside out. So if you're a one of those people that likes to make mazes and play with people's minds, that's the way to do with it. So that's the first thing we can do with these new hyper stretched voxels of some sort. It is still a voxel, it's just it has a point that has literally been pulled out way more than what it should. Alright, so that's the first point. Now, I want to do one more thing with this, because I pulled out this one earlier because it has this really odd point on it. It's literally taken this inside point and pushed it out. So you're probably going like, well, what the hell can I do with that? Well, if I make another reactor, let me bring this over here. I'm going to paste it down. Like so. Let's go ahead and get us a voxel put in the center of this reactor. Like so. Now, basically what I'm going to end up doing is this voxel here, we have already taken this voxel here, and what would be this corner is literally pushed through to the other side and way up into the space of another voxel out in this direction. And by using this in the reactor, this corner that would be right here is way out here into the air. So it's going to actually take this corner of this voxel and pull it right up to where that point is. So you've literally like hyperextended it out into basically 3 voxels away from where it should be. And so let's go ahead and take this voxel and we're going to paste it into the reactor. And we're going to see what happens. And you can actually look at it now and you can see where it has done just what I was saying. It took that corner of this voxel and pulled it way out into this direction. So if I took, let me go ahead, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mirror this and I'm going to put it in this corner, tab, V to mirror it again, and bring it over here, V, mirror it again. You can see the shape of this thing now. It's like this huge ball of poo here. So let me grab that center one, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to bring it and paste it over here. And you can see the shape of this one voxel now. That is one voxel. One single voxel, and it's just hyper expanded way out, and pretty much 3 voxels, or you got single voxel, second voxel, and you got third voxel. So it's literally hyper extended it literally 3 voxels away, even though it is just one voxel. So back to what we're doing over here, and I'm going to grab this top section with these voxels that I put on the top. I'm going to copy it, paste it, and then in the up and down direction here, I'm going to hit V to mirror, and I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to replace the voxels that were at the bottom. So now we have this voxel. And if I can get my hands on it here, I can get my hands on the ones on the corners, but I can't seem to get the ones right, that one in the center. But if you grab the one in the corner, hold down your shift key, drag it over 1, back 1, and then down 1. You should be able to actually grab a hold of this really big one, even though it's technically, for some reason you just can't grab it. Control C to copy, and I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to paste it way out this. That is a single voxel now. So if I'm going to escape out of that, take my add tool, that is the size of a standard voxel, and it has been hyper just pulled in all directions like this, and it's just this huge boulder now, even though it's only one voxel. So we can actually probably save some materials in the process if we're building something. Okay, now then you're probably wondering, well, what the hell can I do with this? Well, I was playing around with it earlier and trying to figure out something that was legitimately valuable or valid to use this for. And I can take this and I can like stack it, just bring it over until you're happy, something about like that. And I was just kind of playing with this here, and I started just stacking this thing pretty much over and over and over, just to see what I could do with it. But you can see that right there is like 4 voxels. 4 voxels there on the top and 4 voxels on the bottom. And what it would take me for a standard voxel, heck, there's no telling how many it would take me to to put in that same space. But I was sitting here kind of playing with this here, and let me go back over to my polished obsidian, and I bring up a standard voxel into it, and I pasted it. And you can actually see only half that voxel sits up out of it, so it looks kind of like a like an offset voxel of some sort. But you can actually do some pretty cool, like, sci-fi looking things with this. But it's going to be pretty much up to your imagination what you can kind of do with this. But I thought it was really neat.